Good evening, mothers. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. We know how busy you all are, and we thank you for making the time to coming out and hear this very important topic. We are so lucky that our boys are in this incredible yeshiva, Oholei Torah. The dedication of the staff and the head staff is really special. And it's amazing to see how they are always looking for ways to enhance our boys' chinuch. So thank you, Oholei Torah. And a big thank you goes to all of you for being here tonight. And by being here, you're showing that chinuch is not only the hand of these wonderful rebbeim, but it's a partnership with us as well. This is the first event of OTMC, which stands for Oholei Torah Mothers Committee. And this is our soft launch, and we're super excited for our official launch, which we're going to be having soon with breakfast for the mothers. And we're going to have many opportunities to get involved in different ways, and we'll have a lot to share with all of you, and we're super excited. I want to end with a bracha that very soon we should be able to see the fruits of our labor, and we should be able to show the Rebbe that these are the Hasidim that we raised in your yeshiva in 2024. Thank you so much for coming, and Rebbe Blau.
First of all, I want to echo what you just said. A special thank you to all the mothers for coming out tonight. A night after a lot of people were out by the Kinnas HaShluchos. It's always a busy week. It's never a perfect night, but everyone who came out tonight came out because they care to improve the chinuch of their child, and they care with that to improve the chinuch for the entire Oholei Torah. I want to thank the new Mothers Committee for their selfless dedication and their readiness to step in. This is the soft launch, and I think there's more to come, as will be announced, but we're very excited from Oholei Torah. Working with the new Mothers Committee has been an absolute honor and a pleasure, and we're very excited and confident that a lot of good things are going to come from this initiative. I also want to take a moment to thank, although the Mothers Committee is a new name, and in essence it's not a continuation of the PTA, it has a little bit of a different focus, but because the PTA was the prior Mothers Committee of Oholei Torah, so I do want to take the moment to really thank, a heartfelt thank you to all the mothers that were on the PTA committee for many, many years. It's so many programs that enhance the school. You walk through the school and you can literally point, even, we don't have to go too far, even the fact that in Oholei Torah we have these cafeteria tables was in essence an initiative that years ago started by the PTA committee. I remember in Oholei Torah growing up that we would sit on benches. Often the benches, there was a little bit of maybe call it bullying or call it kids playing, but we would kick up the you know how the benches go. What's that piece when it locks in? You kick it up a little bit, and you wait for a few people to get settled, and as they're settling, they move it, and then the bench collapses. And that's like a memory that, to me, when I walk into this dining room and I have to go back to my childhood, I remember how many times the bench would collapse just as the principal was making an announcement. Just as something was about to start, a bench would collapse, and it would distract everyone. So years ago, for whatever reason, but that's the way it was, Oholei Torah wasn't in the position to think that maybe it's time to buy cafeteria tables. Who were the ones that brought the initiative to Rabbi Rosenfeld? It was the Mothers Committee, it was the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association. They didn't just bring the idea to Yasser Rosenfeld, Olav Shalom, Rabbi Rosenfeld, but they actually told Rabbi Rosenfeld, we know you're underwater, we know things are tough, we're going to help you with it. We're going to get it off the ground. And that initiative is just one small initiative. There were so many other things as you walk through. The playground that the children play. I remember as a child in Oholei Torah who built that playground. They didn't just fund it. They actually got all the parents involved. I remember the parents and the fathers sitting with shovels, stick, because they wanted to bring down the cost of the contractor. So the contractor said that if the parents will be involved and will do the hard labor, he'll only charge for the supplies and the oversight. That was another project, and the list goes on and on. So really, there's no better time than in this soft launch of the new Mothers Committee in Oholei Torah to really give a special thank you and an acknowledgement for everything that the PTA has done for Oholei Torah, and it continues to live on. till today and for many more years to come. It's worth noting that the first letter that we have from the Rebbe to Oholei Torah, we have many, many letters of the Rebbe. Almost each year by the annual dinner, the Rebbe would write a letter to Oholei Torah. In each of those letters, the Rebbe would define some of what the chinuch of Oholei Torah is and in which way is Oholei Torah unique. But the first letter that we have from the Rebbe to Oholei Torah was actually not written to Rabbi Teitelbaum, not written to anyone else in the Anhala. It was written to the ladies, to the women's, women's auxiliary committee of Oholei Torah. So the opening first letter that we have anytime we're reviewing the Rebbe's letters is to the women's auxiliary or the parent auxiliary of Oholei Torah. So I wish the new Mothers Committee and with everyone else that will join them and get involved a tremendous hatzlacha and all the brachas that the Rebbe wished for other committees, prior committees, and to Oholei Torah. You should see hatzlacha in all your work. L'mayla min hamashur, l'chatchila hariber. Recently I've came across an interesting vart from my great uncle, Rabbi Chadakov. This vart from Rabbi Chadakov is relevant today as it was in Tafshin Mem Beis when he first shared it. I actually found it because I had to find a certain document, and Rabbi Lustig Sr. asked me for some help to go through his archives and to do a search. And as we were searching through and scourging whatever is there, we came across this file that has memos that Rabbi Lustig Sr. would write to the teachers after meetings with Rabbi Chadakov. The Rebbe told Rabbi Teitelbaum when he started the yeshiva that his questions in chinuch he should consult with Rabbi Chadakov. When Rabbi Chadakov called you in to give you directives, you didn't always know, is this Rabbi Chadakov the mechanech, or is this Rabbi Chadakov the master of the Rebbe giving over a message that the Rebbe had him to give over? It doesn't really matter, because either way, like we said, the Rebbe entrusted Rabbi Chadakov to be the one to give directives to Oholei Torah. So in this particular letter from Vav Adar Tafshin Mem Beis, Rabbi Chadakov, sitting with Rabbi Lustig and Rabbi Pekarsky, which at the time in Tafshin Mem Beis represented the principles of Oholei Torah from the Cheder throughout the Beis Medrash, he started the conversation with a famous Mishnah in Maseches Avos. Yehi chevoi talmidach chaviv alecha kishalach. The honor, the kavod of your Talmud should be beloved and cherished by you as if it was your own. The Mishnah then goes on to say, Ukvoid chaveirach kemoira rabach. The honor of your friend, so this part is directed to the student, to the child in Oholei Torah, Ukvoid chaveirach kemoira rabach. Hold your friend's honor dear and special and sacred as the respect that you would have for your teacher. And then it says, Umoira rabach kemoira shamayim. And the fear of your teacher should be like the fear of heaven, fear of the Eibishter. Now, to all of us, when we're learning the Mishnah, we would imagine that the order should have been in reverse. Because if you want to tell the student in middle that your honor of your friends should be like the honor of your teacher, well, why don't you describe what the teacher's honor is like? And isn't the teacher's honor the first and foremost thing if we're saying, Moira rabach kemoira shamayim? So Rabbi Chadakov answered brilliantly and with simplicity. You cannot teach a child to be respectful if you did not have the opportunity to model for the child what respect looks like. Going to a child and telling a child, Yehi moira rabach kemoira shamayim. What does it mean? Where does respect exist in his life? The best place to start with is when we model this behavior for our student, for our child, as parents for our children. We model what respect looks like. Now the child knows what respect looks like, and more importantly, he knows what respect feels like. He feels what it means to be respected. And it's over here at this point when we have, and we've successfully fulfilled Kevoi Talmidach, Chaviv Alecha Kishalach, that we can now engage the student and say, reciprocate that same respect that you appreciate, that same respect that you're experiencing, that you now know is tangible in your life, reciprocate that to your friend. And then even more so, so while this conversation with Rabbi Chadakov was a conversation with educators, we know that as parents, we're the Akeres Habayis, the primary educators of our children. Chinuch starts at home. So we can look at a school and say, okay, so, let's gauge the school. How's the school doing? And we can rate it, and we can rate it honestly. And there is a time to ask those questions. But there's even a stronger opportunity when we look inwards and we look into our own homes and we ask ourselves, how much time am I spending with my children to model for them what does respect look like? And model for them is in two ways. It's in the way we are misyaches to them, our yachas, our relationship with them. But equally as important, our children hear our phone calls. Our children hear how we talk about others. Our children are sponges. They're absorbing everything. They're watching everything. They're taking everything in. What is the child hearing when he hears me on the phone? Is he hearing me come from a place of respect, compassion, or does he hear me being dismissive of others? What we could be sure is if our child, let's focus on the positive, our child is going to mirror what they're absorbing at home and what they're absorbing in yeshiva. So it's a joint effort with yeshiva and the parents to raise our standards in Avas Yisrael. There's nothing more important to the Rebbe and to Chassidim in Dor HaShvi than our Avas Yisrael. I'll quote the Yom of today. Ahava is the Ruach HaChayim in Avodas HaChassidus. It's the lifeline of Avodas HaChassidus. Der Chut HaMekasher Chassidim Einem mit der andere. It is love that strings everything together. It's like the string that holds everything together. It is developing the love for one child for a fellow child. The child for his sibling at home. Developing that love, nurturing that love that really holds us all together, not just as human beings, but as chassidim and in anything that we apply ourselves. My vision for Oholei Torah is that in the not so distant future, being an Oholei Torahnik should be synonymous with being a mensch. Being an Oholei Torahnik should be synonymous with being kind. Being an Oholei Torahnik should be synonymous with being a person that shows respect for his parents, respect for his siblings, and respect for society at large. Oholei Torahniks are known for so many tremendous milas. They're known for their chayis, for their passion, for their avas Hashem, for their avas HaTorah, for their commitment to Yiddishkeit. And I have no doubt, and I say this not as a Levi Yitzchak Barditchev, Avas Yisrael lives very strong inside every child in Oholei Torah. It lives very strong. But it's our role as parents and educators to develop that love, to nurture that love, to direct the love that it should take on a form of kindness. One doesn't naturally translate into the other one. We need to connect the dots for the students. So our students have this Avas Yisrael, and it comes out in so many ways. You see it. The Ava comes out. But we need to spend time nurturing it, connecting the dots, articulating for them what does Avas Yisrael look like. Tonight it is my honor to introduce someone that has become, I'll call him a great friend, a dear friend. Some of the role modeling that you'll have to do, you'll have fun doing tonight. I had the opportunity to be the bully in Oholei Torah over Zoom. And Izzy, I still ask you for forgiveness. I think I did a pretty good job. So it is my honor to introduce Izzy Kalman. He's here from Eretz Yisrael. When Izzy, we were in touch for a while, finding the right dates. And by the time I got back with clarity, which is the dates that are going to work, Izzy already had some other plans. But he was so passionate to be here tonight that he changed his ticket from Florida, came back early, presented to our mechanchim yesterday, and tonight we have the honor to hear Izzy himself. Izzy, Hatzlacha.
Thank you, Rabbi, for those very kind words. Oh, sorry. It's an honor for me to be here tonight. I thank you for coming. In recent years, I've become very involved with Chabad, and I'm really happy that they like what I teach because my original Jewish education was with Chabad. My parents were Holocaust survivors, and they came to the United States a few years after, well, actually in 1951. I was born in 1952 in the Bronx. My father, I guess, had lost interest in Yiddishkeit, but my mother didn't, and she wanted to make sure that I get a Jewish education. So fortunately, there was the Lubavitcher Yeshiva of the Bronx. She enrolled me there, and that's where I got the basis of my Jewish education. Rabbi Mordechai Alltime, Alav Shalom, was the principal. We also happened to move to a house a few blocks away, so I would walk there. I would also go to shul there. Later in life, I mostly left my Jewish practice, but I married a woman in Israel who had several siblings who were very strong in Chabad in Israel. Her older brother was a principal of the Chabad school in Lud for many years. She had other brothers who were, and a sister who was heavy in Chabad. At one point we moved back to, or I moved to the United States. My wife is an Israeli. And, I would go to shul once every other Shabbos. But at one point, Rabbi Nachman Shegal opened up a Chabad center a block away from my house. So I started going there, and before long I became a column of the community there. And when I moved to Israel, or back to Israel in 2015, somebody suggested to me that I write an article on bullying for Neshei Chabad newsletter. So I wrote an article and I sent it to the editor, Rishi Deitch, and she loved it and she published it. And since then, my life has taken a different course. By the way, that article, I still think is wonderful. If you want to know what's wrong with the popular approach to bullying and the basis of the approach that I do teach, look up Izzy Kalman, Neshei Chabad newsletter. You'll find a bunch of my writings there. Look for my first article, A Sane Torah Approach to Bullying. Now, everybody today is concerned with bullying in schools. And my guess is that most of you here are concerned with bullying in schools. But I'm not going to be focusing on what happens in school. And the main reason, well, there are two reasons. One reason is you don't work in school, so you don't have too much influence on what happens about bullying in school. But the main reason I'm not focusing on bullying in school is because schools are the place where the least amount of bullying goes on. It happens more among adults in the workplace, and the place it happens most of all is right in the home. I'll meet with a class of kids, I'll ask them, who here gets picked on every day by another kid in school? And some hands go up, maybe a quarter of the class raises their hands. I ask them, who here has a brother or sister who picks on you every day at home? Everybody's hands go up. In almost every family that has two or more children, there are at least a couple of kids that are tormenting each other every day, and the parents are trying so hard to make them stop fighting with each other and bothering each other, and it doesn't work. So I'm here to teach you what to do at home to get your own children to fight less. And also, bullying doesn't only happen between children. In schools today, there's talk in the educational world about teacher bullying, meaning teachers being bullied by their students. Adults can get picked on by children, But it happens even more at home. Many, if not most, parents have one child who becomes an expert at driving the parents crazy. They're chutzpahdik, they're defiant. We try so hard to get them to stop being chutzpahdik and to listen to us, and it doesn't work very well. So I want to teach you, I want to make your lives at home easier. I'm going to show you how to get your own kids to fight much less at home with very little effort. And even if they don't fight less, they're not going to fight more, but your life will be easier. And you'll see they won't end up going to the hospital. You know, many parents think, oh, my children want to kill each other, and it's only thanks to me that my children are still alive. No, when we have kids that are fighting all the time and we're trying to make them stop fighting, we think we're stopping them. I'm going to be showing you that the main reason they fight so much is because we're trying to stop them. Yes?
Can I just ask you to define bullying before you start? Like,
Yes, I'm going to be talking, that's, yes.
We don't assume, like, kids fighting at home, we don't define them as much as define
Yeah,
them.
yeah, only if it happens in school, but not if it happens at home. You know, the things that we think are normal at home, it happens at school. My child is being bullied, the school isn't making it stop. But anyway, it's a very good question. I was asked to explain what is bullying. I'm going to get to that in a matter of seconds. But anyway, I'm going to be focusing on the school. The truth is I teach I'm going to be focusing on the home. But I teach schools essentially the same things that I teach parents. So I'm going to be focusing on the home today. What is bullying? The definition of bullying has changed dramatically in recent years. I, in fact, had been an expert at reducing bullying for 2 decades before I realized it, because I never thought of this behavior as bullying. I began working as a psychologist in schools in 1978 when I first moved to Israel. And very quickly I found that the most common complaint of kids is that they're being picked on by other kids. Other kids are insulting them, calling them names. In those days, I thought of it as being picked on. And sometimes kids would be pushed around a little bit, but they weren't being sent to the hospital or injured, but they'll push you when they pass you in the hallway, something like that. To me, it was very clear why kids become victims of bullying. And I found that I can use role-playing very effectively to teach kids why they're being picked on and how to stop being picked on. So I was teaching this for many years. I was also teaching teachers how to get their own students to pick on each other less. Now, at a certain point during our lifetimes, the interest in bullying skyrocketed. Now, the word bully always existed and schools had some concern with it, but it wasn't spoken about so much in society. But at one point something happened that the words bully and bullying just skyrocketed like this. Does anybody know when the modern concern with bullying and with getting rid of bullying in schools began intensively? Anybody know? No, a little bit later. Did somebody say Columbine? Somebody said Columbine? I thought I heard that. On April 20th, 1999, it happened to be, not coincidentally, but on purpose, it was the birthday of Hitler. In a school called Columbine High School in Colorado, 2 students decided they're going to destroy the school on Hitler's birthday. They planted bombs in the school that fortunately did not go off, but they came with rifles and they killed 13 people, they injured 24, and they were dead at the end also. Before this horrific act, they had produced videos that they spread around explaining why they're going to do this. And they explained they're going to do this because the other kids in school are making them miserable, treating them like garbage. That's why they're going to do this. Now, even before Columbine, there had been a series of school shootings in the United States. And researchers found that just about all of these school shootings are committed by victims of bullying. It was known for even longer that many kids who commit suicide do it because they're being bullied. But the Columbine was the straw that broke the camel's back, and the educational world said, we've had enough of bullying. Victims of bullying are committing suicide and shooting up their schools. We have to get rid of bullying from schools. At that point, a field of psychology that I had never been familiar with, I think it was quite obscure, called bullying psychology, stepped up to the plate, claiming they have the solution to the problem. When I heard what they're presenting as a solution, I knew this can't possibly work. It's contrary to everything I learned in psychology and philosophy and religion. It's contrary to what I discovered works. They're taking the things that make the problem worse, and they are proposing it as the right thing to do. And not only that, they began fighting for laws requiring schools to implement their recommendations that don't work or make the problem worse. And Columbine happened 25 years ago. The modern world, this caught on to the whole world. The whole world is on this anti-bullying campaign. It's been a quarter century that the world has been fighting bullying. There have been thousands of research studies done on bullying and on bullying prevention programs. And bullying is being called an epidemic. The suicide rate of victims of bullying has skyrocketed. School shootings are escalating all the time. New Jersey, which is the state right across the river from where I lived many years, I lived in Staten Island 27 years, they came out with what they claimed was the toughest anti-bullying law in the country, and they're going to put a stop to bullying. And every few years they have to revamp their anti-bullying laws because bullying is getting worse. And in 2012, there was an article that bullying has quadrupled. Last week, an article came out in New Jersey, again saying that bullying quadrupled. Why is it getting worse? There have been more high-profile lawsuits against schools for bullying in New Jersey than any other state. Children are committing suicide because they're being bullied, and then the parents sue the school. Why is it getting worse? First of all, let me explain what bullying is. Very good question. When I was growing up, and even when I was working, bullying meant beating up a weaker kid just for the fun of it, or telling a kid, give me your lunch money or I'm going to beat you up after school. Bullying was assault and battery. It was extortion. These are crimes. These are things from which children should be protected. Perpetrators should be punished. These are criminal behaviors. But I discovered after Columbine that what the bullying psychology is referring to as bullying is insults. Most of it is insults. Most victims of bullying are not being extorted. They're not being beaten to a pulp. They're being insulted every day. Stupid, fatso, idiot, ugly. And other kinds of bullying are eye-rolling. There are state laws that specifically call eye-rolling bullying. Social exclusion, not wanting to invite somebody to a party, not wanting somebody to sit at your lunch table, that's bullying. Anything that can make anybody feel bad is bullying. Now, this was new to me, but I realized that's what I do. I've been teaching what to do about bullying for 2 decades before Columbine. Anyway, when I saw that what the world is planning to do about this can't possibly work, I became more active. I began talking within the Board of Education where I was working at the time. I began writing. And in 2002, I hooked up with a company that provides continuing education seminars for mental health professionals. And I gave them a proposal of what I have to offer. They liked it. They sent me out for a trial. The mental health professionals who attended liked what I taught. So they kept me working, and I gave up my job with the Board of Education, now called the Department of Education, And for 12 years, I was traveling around the country teaching mental health professionals my approach to dealing with bullying, with anger, with relationship problems. Now, there are many, many reasons why the popular approach to bullying isn't working and even making the problem worse. I'm not going to explain all of the reasons, but I'm going to focus on the two main reasons. One reason is, once upon a time ago, and when I was growing up, kids were taught, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. This is such a wonderful slogan. This slogan expresses the fundamental difference between physical aggression and verbal aggression, and it's the solution to becoming a victim of relentless teasing and taunting. If somebody hits you with sticks and stones, does your attitude towards the sticks and stones have any bearing on how much pain and damage the sticks and stones are going to cause you?
Very good.
Does it matter what you think about the sticks and stones? No. If you get hit with sticks and stones, the person who hit you with them is the one who hurt you and injured you. If somebody insults you, does your attitude towards the insults have any bearing on how much pain and damage the insults are going to do to you? What percentage does it depend on you if the insults are going to hurt you? 100%. It's completely up to us if insults are going to hurt us. So when children understand this slogan, they can decide, oh, it's only words. I don't have to get upset by words. I don't have to get hurt by words. And when kids decide that, they don't become victims of relentless teasing and taunting. Ever since Columbine, the experts have been teaching children that the sticks and stones slogan is a lie. Not just teaching children, teaching everybody. The new slogans are, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can scar me forever. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can kill me. Kids are being taught today that to be called an idiot should cause them even more pain and damage than to have their arm broken. I don't know about you, but I would much rather be called an idiot or the worst insults in the world. Call me a dirty Jew, but please don't break my arm. And I guarantee you that the experts who are teaching this to children don't believe it either. If I'm going to offer these experts a choice, I'm going to tell them, I'm either going to call you an idiot or I'm going to break your arm. Which do you prefer? Are they going to say, oh, here's my arm, take it and break it, but just don't call me an idiot? But this is what kids are being taught. They're being taught they should get very upset by insults. And then they're more likely to get upset when they're insulted. And when you get upset by insults, that's when the insults are nonstop. And we wonder why it's becoming more common. And the other reason, which I think is even more important and more deadly, is that kids have been taught, not just kids, everybody has been taught, that if you're being bullied, you have to tell the school authorities. The parents have to tell the school authorities. The kids have to tell the school authorities. Because if you don't tell the school authorities, how are they going to make the bullying stop? Let's say you and I are students in school, and you insult me. So I tell the teacher that you bullied me, and now the teacher sends you to the Menahel's office because you bullied me, and the Menahel asks you, why did you bully Izzy? Are you going to say, oh, it's because I'm a bad kid, I just like hurting people? Or you're going to say, what are you talking about? I didn't bully Izzy, he's lying. He started with me, I was just getting back at him. What are you likely to say, that you're guilty, or you're going to try to blame me? Who's going to blame me? Everybody. The normal thing for any human being to do when we're accused of wrongdoing is to defend ourselves and even to blame our accuser. Are you going to like me better if I tell the teacher on you and you get sent to the principal? Are you going to like me better? You're going to hate me. One of the meanest things that people could do to each other is to inform on them to the authorities. Look at what happened in the Soviet Union. Children would inform the government on their parents, and their parents would get sent to Siberia. You know, we have a bracha in Shmona Esrei Lamal Shinim. Now, of course, that's a specific situation, but we hate people who tell on us, who inform on us to the authorities. So we teach kids to do the thing that makes them hate each other the most, and we wonder why the problem is getting worse. If I tell on you, you're going to want to get back at me, you're going to do something worse to me, you're going to tell all of your friends that I'm a snitch and they shouldn't talk to me. And in the outside world, people, you know, there's a saying, snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. And here we're teaching kids to snitch, and we wonder why things aren't getting better. By the way, the same thing happens at home. Now, I want to tell you what the biggest mistake that parents make, and school staff also. If you look at the Torah, at the early families, the very first children in the Torah, Cain and Hevel, after Adam and Chava were kicked out of Gan Eden, the very next story is Cain killing Hevel. The very first child killed his younger brother. Why? It's because Hashem favored Hevel. He favored him, so Cain was jealous and hated Hevel and killed him. Then we had Abraham, who had two children, Yitzchak and Yishmael, who are considered enemies to this day. Why? Because the parents favored Yitzchak and sent Yishmael away. Then Yitzchak had Yaakov and Esav, who are considered enemies to this day, mortal enemies. Why? Because they favored Yaakov and they gave him the Bechorah. Then Yaakov had 12 children, and 11 of them wanted to kill their brother Yosef. They literally wanted to kill him. Fortunately, at the last moment, they decided to sell him as a slave. But why did they want to kill him? Because Yaakov favored Yosef. And Yaakov used Yosef to be his spy. He would ask him to inform him on what his brothers are doing, so they hated him. And then when Yosef told them about the dreams where his family is bound down to him, that was the clincher, and they wanted to kill him. Today we understand that it's not good policy to favor one child over the other, and we have the conscious understanding that we should love them equally. Every child should feel that we love them the same. And we try to do that, but the place we mess it up is when we judge the disputes between our children. We see our children fighting with each other, and we think it's our job to judge between them. If we're not going to judge between our children, how are they going to learn right from wrong? What's going to stop them from killing each other? So we want to know what happened, who started, who's wrong, who's right, who has to be punished. Parents are the most important people in the world to every single child. In every family, every child would like to feel that they're the favorite of the parent. But then the parents get in the middle, trying to find out who's right and who's wrong. Now they become prosecuting attorneys against each other, trying to get each other in trouble with the most important people in the world to them. Let's say I'm your brother and we're fighting over a toy. I want a toy, you want a toy. On a scale of 1 to 10 of what's objectively important to us in life, the toys may be a 1 or a 2. We can play with something else, we can ride a bike, we can read a book. There are endless things that we can do instead of playing with this toy. But now when our parent is here, our parent is a 10. Now we're concerned with a 10, not with a 1 or a 2. We're going to fight much harder over a 10 than we're going to fight over a 10 or a 2, or a 1 or a 2. But anyway, as parents, we think we have to find out who's right and who's wrong and to punish the wrongdoer. If our parents decide that I'm right and I should get the toy, you and I are still mad at each other over the toy. We didn't work anything out between us. But now, not only are you angry at me about the toy, You're angry at me because I got mommy or tati against you. And now, not only are you angry at me, you're angry at mommy or tati for taking my side against you. So now you want to even up the score, and you're going to create another fight and try to get mommy or tati on your side against me. But I'm busy doing the same thing all of the time also. I'm getting into fights trying to convince them that I'm right and you're wrong. And our parents don't understand why we fight so hard. Why does it pay to get so riled up over nonsense, a toy, a word, we looked at each other wrong, we went into the other's room? It's because we're not fighting over nonsense. We are fighting over our parents, the most important people in the world to us. And tonight I'm going to show you how it works, and I'm also going to show you how to deal with it so that it gets better with very little effort. And the same thing happens in school. If you're my schoolmate, and the school is getting in the middle of our problems with us, I want the school on my side, you want the school on your side. Now, the schools are required to get the parents involved. Well, my parents want the school on my side. Your parents want the school on your side. So now, what began as a problem between two kids escalates into a feud between families. And the school has to play judge in the middle. It's not easy to play judge. And even if you play judge, it's very rare to make both sides happy. The winner of the judgment is happy, the loser wants to kill the judge. There has never been so much hostility in schools as there is today, thanks to these anti-bully policies and laws and education. In the past couple of weeks, I got calls from two principals in different parts of the country complaining that their parents are at war with them because they're not succeeding in stopping their child from being bullied. There are parents who are taking their kids out of Jewish schools because the school failed to stop their children from being bullied. Okay, enough talking theory. Now I want to show you why somebody becomes a victim of bullying. And now there's a scientific definition of bullying that's been used for the past few decades. I think it's a terrible definition. It makes everything unclear, and it makes everything worse. What we're really talking about by bullying is when you're being picked on over and over again by the same people. Now, if somebody picks on you once, it happens, you can't avoid it. But in just about every classroom in the world, there are one or two or maybe three kids that get picked on every day by other kids. It's a horrible experience. It doesn't matter that you're not being beaten up physically. If you're being insulted every day by your peers, it destroys you. It makes it hard to concentrate in class because you're thinking about the last time they picked on you. What am I going to do the next time? It makes the child anxious and depressed. It hurts their emotional functioning, their physical functioning. They can get physically sick. It can lead some kids to commit suicide or chas v'chalila, kill other kids. It's terrible to be picked on every day by your peers. But why does it happen? I'm going to show why somebody gets picked on over and over again by the same people. And this happens not only among kids in school, it happens between husbands and wives. You get married with your bashert, and before you know it, you're angry at each other or criticizing each other every day. You want to get divorced. What happened to your bashert? Why are they so evil? They're so nice to everybody else, but I know the real him. He's a monster. And with our children, some of us get into an endless fight with our children. They're disrespecting us all the time. They're also angry at us because they think we're abusing them, and it goes on and on. So I want to show you why somebody will get treated badly repeatedly by the same person. And I'm going to play a game now with a volunteer from the audience that I play with everybody I work with. I was first doing this with children, but after a while I realized this is relevant to every relationship problem, whenever two people are angry with each other. I asked for a second microphone. I don't know if they found one. I don't really see it. Anybody see the second microphone? Okay. Anyway, I'll try to manage with one microphone. I'd like a volunteer to play my game with me. I'd like a volunteer with two characteristics. One, I'd like a volunteer who can do a good job of insulting me, because the game involves insults. Sometimes I get a volunteer who is so nice that not even in a role play they can insult me. Well, it doesn't work very well. So I'd like a volunteer who can insult me well. Mendel, by the way, do we have a second microphone? You couldn't find one? Okay. And the second characteristic is, I'd like a volunteer who's a good human being. I don't want a Russia who enjoys hurting people for the sake of it. I want a good person because I'm going to be demonstrating basic human nature even of good people. You want to be my volunteer? And you can do a good job of insulting me? And you're a good person? Okay, come up, please. Okay. Your name is?
Seema Simmons.
Seema?
Simmons.
Okay, Seema. Let's say you were being picked on in school every day and you come to me for help. Now first I'll spend a little while asking about the problem, who picks on you, what exactly did they do to you, how often does it happen, how many kids do it, how long has the problem been going on. So after I have a good sense of the problem, I ask them, do you want the kids to stop picking on you?
Yes.
Yeah, of course you want them to stop. So I'm going to play a game with you that teaches why they keep on picking on you and how to get them to stop. Seema, your job in this game is to insult me. My job is to stop you. But don't let me stop you, because if I stop you, I win and you lose. Seema, do you prefer to lose or to win?
Win.
Good. I want you to play to win the game. Do not worry about hurting my feelings. I want you to do a good job. If you don't insult me well, I'll be disappointed. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't want you to work hard. Don't talk without stopping. You'll wear yourself out. Make it like a conversation. Give me a chance to answer you. And you don't have to think of new insults. You can stick with one insult and keep on repeating it. Don't work hard. The only thing that counts is that you don't let me stop you.
You're like really out of touch with the victim shaming or victim siding mentality today.
What are you talking about? I'm not out of touch.
No, you are, because it's really not popular today to side with the victims of bullying.
It's not popular to side with the victims?
No, I think you are probably from a different century, different time period where it was okay to quiet the victim. And
Okay, can I ask you, I'd like to make it more simple.
yeah.
Okay, say, Izzy, you're an idiot. I just want to keep it simple. I can do this one, but I'd rather keep it, more intense insult and more simple. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can you take this? Okay. Try to keep it, Izzy, you're an idiot, or you're a fatso, or something like that.
I'll stop you fast. Okay. Izzy, you're really not interested in listening to.
What are you talking about? Everybody was paying rapt attention to me.
Yeah, everybody's tired, so we're just sitting.
They're not tired. If they were tired, they would be sleeping.
No, they were home to be washing dishes. They're tired. They're good. So they're good.
They're paying rapt attention. I was looking. Everybody was looking at me.
I know, they're being nice to you.
They're not being nice. It's hard to
They
be.
feel that for you. They really do.
No, they don't. If they didn't like what I was saying, they wouldn't be nice.
People are like, I know you're an older man, and you're
An older man. I'm an older man.
You said you were born in. You said you're.
In 1952. That doesn't make me old.
Yeah. Doesn't make you young.
I have almost 50 years till 120.
I know, but you're like much older than us. Much older.
Much older. Because you're youngsters.
Right, and you're boring.
I'm not boring.
Yeah.
I am not boring. Stop saying that I'm boring.
Hey, stop saying it was so boring. It's not gonna change.
I'm not boring.
Okay, fine. You can believe whatever you want.
I've spoken to audiences over 1,000 times. People like it.
The same audience over and over.
No,
At the same time?
very funny, very funny. They get it the first time. Some people come a second time because they like it so much. No, they're not stupid. The people who find this interesting are smart.
No, I'm very smart, you're not.
You can be smart, but I'm smart too.
You could be smart, you could.
What do you mean I could be smart? I am smart. I am, I'm smart. See, but you show me respect. You show me respect.
Like,
Say what over and over?
I don't know, bullying.
I wasn't saying bullying.
No.
I used the word a number of times, but over half an hour. I'm not saying the same thing over and over again. It's not boring, it's interesting. Stop saying that. Okay, I give up. Let's give Seema a round of applause. Don't go away. Seema, I tried very hard to get you to stop putting me down. Was I able to do it?
No.
Was it hard to insult me?
No.
Pretty easy, right? So Seema, if you want to insult me, can I force you to stop?
No.
Because it's only words. It's your mouth and brain. If you want to insult me, you're going to insult me. Seema, you did a super job. That was very clever. And we're going to play the game again. Your job is to insult me and don't let me stop you. Go ahead.
So boring.
Oh, so many people,
So boring.
so many people find my presentations boring.
Yeah, oh my gosh, like painful.
Some people actually suffer during my presentations.
Yeah, I know.
Some people have tried to get me
Bigger
fired.
than
They tried to get me kicked off of psychology today.
You weren't successful?
Fortunately for me, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So boring for you. Like, are you even bored of yourself?
The truth is, I wish I would come up with new material all the time.
Right. Me too. I also wish you'd come with me.
Yeah. No, you're right. I would like to find more material too.
Right. Like, do you just realize you don't have any to retire? Like, anybody?
I don't have what?
Like, you don't have any material?
Every once in a while I have some chiddush, but most of the time I repeat the same stuff. I can do it in my sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I can do it in my sleep.
Pretty boring guy.
I bore myself. You know what it's like to be lying in bed and you have the same things rolling around your head every night and you can't fall asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super sad. Are you like lonely? Like, do you have friends even? Like,
It's hard to believe I have friends, right?
I don't want to be your friend. It's so boring.
Yeah, you don't have to be my friend.
No, like, do you have friends?
I have a couple.
No, I don't want to be your friend.
You don't have to.
Do you have friends?
No,
You have friends?
it's hard to believe, right? You probably have a lot of friends, right?
So, like,
Yeah,
everybody loves
you know, you have such a natural quality about you. You smile
Yeah,
naturally.
not you.
You're clever.
Boring old man saying it over and over.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you're very popular.
Are you jealous of me?
I would like to be more popular.
You want to be my friend? No, you can't.
No,
Yeah, you.
no, I don't want people to be my friends if they don't want to. No, you should. If you don't want to be my friend, you don't have
I feel
to.
like I could be nice to you, like or pretend to make you
You can
feel
be
good.
mean. You can be mean also. Go ahead. You could be
Can I bring my
mean.
friends to like also be mean to you? Like, we get, like,
Yeah, you
big
can
group,
invite.
bunch of boys.
You can
They go
invite
like,
every.
boring.
They can all say that. Yeah. Bring all of your friends. I can handle it.
I got a lot of friends. You have no friends. No friends.
You might have more friends than me. I wouldn't be surprised.
Who are you? How many friends? How many friends do you have?
I've been talking here a lot, but I'm actually an introvert, and
I know.
I don't have all that many
I'm
friends.
sure you're an introvert.
Yeah, I
It's
am.
convenient when you have no friends.
I wouldn't mind having a few more good friends. You know,
Maybe we could like buy you a friend.
buy me a friend.
Yeah, like get somebody.
You're very nice. You know,
Yeah.
you'd actually spend money
Nice, I
to
told
get me
you,
a
that's
friend.
why
Yeah,
people like
yeah,
me,
yeah.
and I don't like you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that people like you so much. Yes.
You want to show you like all the people, my friends?
I'd love to see your friends. Sure. Yeah,
But they're
sure.
not going to be nice to you. They're going to be. They're like.
They don't. Nobody has.
Nobody's-
I can
They're
handle
going to
it.
see like the second you start talking, they'll be like, no. All of them.
It could be. Yes.
Yeah. No, for real, not
Yeah,
me,
it-
like for sure,
Yeah,
like there's no
yeah,
way.
it very well could be. You're right. You might be right.
It's gonna be a fun party. With all my friends. I'm not even gonna tell them how boring you are. I'm gonna pretend you're like interesting. I'm so excited. I'm gonna like be like, there's this really interesting guy. He's really funny. We call you like a comedian.
You're actually going to bring your friends
Yeah.
to hear me talk?
Okay, but they're gonna make fun of you then.
That's
You
okay,
know that.
that's-
They don't know that.
I-
It's gonna be awful.
I love
mean,
people. Are they good at making fun of people?
I mean,
Are
not
they- are
all
they-
people, but you're gonna win. You're gonna.
Yeah, I'd love to
you're
have
gonna
them.
be good.
I'd love to have them make fun of me. I'd love to be roasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, roasted are great.
Really?
Do you like to be roasted?
No, I hate it.
Oh, you should learn to love it. It's so much fun.
No, nobody would roast me. I mean, like that's really weird. Really not like I.
Yeah,
not
like
strange.
there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing to roast about you.
No.
I have so much to roast about.
No, I mean, I know.
Yeah,
So
of course. It's obvious. Just look at me.
Like
You'll
you're-
find things to roast about.
Like
Listen
your
to me.
rotisserie chicken.
What? Roast.
Like rotisserie chicken. Roast and roast, you know, just going to turn.
Well, I don't want to be roasted that way, but like
I can
insulted,
see my friends
insulted.
saying that. Like I would never say it. It would hurt your feelings, but my friends would for sure call you that. Like all my friends.
They would call me what?
A rotisserie chicken.
Oh, rotisserie. That's a good one. Yeah.
It's funny, right?
Yeah. Are you like a? I never said I was.
No, you're not. I didn't say you.
Why are you telling me that?
Just in case, like you were gonna, like I said before, a comedian maybe, like you're not. Like I was joking.
I
was
don't.
joking.
I don't present myself as a comedian. I have friends who are so funny. My best friends are fantastic at making fun of me.
Really?
Really?
So why are you friends with them?
Because it's so much fun.
To be made fun of?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fun for them. I also.
It's fun for
also,
me
like,
too.
Enjoy making fun of you.
What?
I'm also like, it's fun for me also. but,
Yeah,
like,
I see. You really
I
like
don't know why it's
it.
fun for you. Why is it fun for you?
It's fun. That's. Have you ever
Do
seen?
introverts
Have you
like
ever? Have
being
you?
made fun of?
What?
Do introverts like being made fun of?
Only some.
Are you normal?
Only some. It's hard to believe, right?
No.
I don't know. I'm not the most normal person in the world. You're like very normal, right?
I'm like neurotypical.
Yeah. I think you're like neurotypical, but an example of what everybody should strive to be like. You're neuroatypical, but like in a really good way.
Yeah.
You're at the high end of the
other side.
spectrum.
You're the other side.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Yeah.
I've always been like this.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so sad, you know.
Did your mother love you?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did.
You know, when I was born, the doctor slapped my mother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's not going to be a good
What?
one. She said, that's not going to be a good baby.
Yeah, but it's a joke. Have you heard that? You know, when you were born, the doctor slapped your mother.
No.
You never heard that? Anybody
It's
hear
not
that
a real
before?
joke.
Okay, anyway, let me stop it. Nasima is very good at going on and on, but okay. The truth is, I actually kept her going a lot this time because it was actually a lot of fun. It was cute. It was interesting. I gave her material. But let me ask you, we played the game 2 times. Which time, okay, the thing is both times were fun, right? But which time was more viscerally fun? The first time or the second time?
Well, the first time I get like more of like an adrenaline.
Yeah, you had more of an adrenaline rush.
Hard to not, like if you're not riling you up, like it's.
The first time was more exciting, right?
If I was a bully, I guess.
Was the second time fun or frustrating? Okay, the thing is, I made it interesting, so it really wasn't so frustrating. But who would
I guess see a kid getting bored of it, like as a game, I'm
okay.
trying to like be creative as a kid. The kid would just walk away and bother somebody else.
Yeah, but I mean, in real life, I would have walked away or something like that.
Right.
But I kept you going because I made it.
because
I
I
made
wanted to
it
like a
interesting.
kid would walk away.
Okay, but who would you say won the first time?
You gave up. I won both times.
Yeah, I gave up. The second time, did you feel like a winner?
Well, I
Do you
didn't hurt
think?
I didn't hurt you, so I didn't win. If I,
Yeah, you-
my objective was to hurt
Well,
you, then I didn't win.
Yeah, you didn't win. Also, who do you think that the watchers could? I'll ask this to you. Which time could you respect me more?
Second time.
Could you respect me the first time? Could you respect me the first time?
I mean, not really.
I'm not boring. Don't say that. Stop saying that I'm interesting. Could you respect me for the way I was acting? Could you respect me for the way I was acting the first time? Yeah. Could you respect me more the second time? The second time, would you respect Seema more or me more? Yeah. Because I'm not getting upset. And which person looked more foolish the second time, Seema or me? Yeah, because you're saying these things, you're going on, nothing is bothering me, you're trying to be clever, nothing's succeeding. So you look, the first time I was the bigger fool, the second time you looked like the bigger fool. Which time was I working harder?
The first time.
Yeah, I'm yelling and screaming, my blood pressure is going up. The second time was effortless, I was completely relaxed. I let you say whatever you want, anything is okay, nothing bothers me. I'm always nice to you, easiest thing in the world. What? Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the natural reaction, so it's harder.
Okay. The reason it was easy. Okay. The reason it was easy for me the second time is because I knew what I was doing. When you don't know what to do, it's very hard. Like let's say you never drove a car in your life, you never learned a thing about driving a car, and somebody gives you a key to a car and says, drive down to the supermarket and get me some food. Are you going to enjoy that? It's going to be tough. How in the world do I drive? I don't know how to drive.
Giving yourself an insult is a natural instinct as opposed to driving.
It's not a natural instinct, but okay. Okay, if you don't know what to do, it's very hard. If you know what to do, if you've driven a lot, it's easy to drive. Now, I knew what to do the second time because I've done it thousands of times. So for me, it was easy. And I have there was a technique or techniques that I was using the second time that I know how to use. So it was easy for me. But the first time, my blood pressure is going up and I'm screaming and my muscles are getting stiff. It was hard work. The second time, I was very relaxed. It was easy, but I knew what to do. I just want to do a very quick example, a simple one. When she's talking about my presentations being boring, it's more sophisticated than we got into a more complex conversation, but let's keep it really simple. Call me fatso. Because that's the I'm not a fatso. I'm not fat. What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm not so fat. I'm kind of on this. I am not fat. Stop calling me fat.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not calling you fat.
I'm not fat. I'm a couple of pounds overweight. I'm not fat.
No, did you see you at lunch eating your plate? You took more even after I was watching you eat.
Yeah, but I'm not fat. I'm hungry. I was hungry. I'm not fat. Okay, good job. Am I making you want to stop calling me fat?
No.
Okay. Let's do it again. Call me fat and don't let me stop you.
You're a fatso.
You're on the skinny side.
And you're on the fat side.
And
That's
you're,
what I said.
and you're on the skinny side. That's great.
Yeah, that's not great that you're on the fat side.
No, it's better to be skinny.
Right.
Yeah.
Should,
How do you
should
stay
think
so?
about it.
What?
You should think about getting skinny.
That's good advice. How do you think I should do it?
You should not be fat.
Yeah, but how? My mother is such a good baker, and
Yeah,
I
get
can't
that.
resist. Yeah, you should come over. You will love her
Wait,
cookies.
I'm not coming to your house. You're fat still.
Because I'm fat, you're not coming. Yeah, but you should taste my mother's cookies.
No, then I'm gonna be fat like you. I don't want to be fat like you.
You won't have them every day.
Nope, I'm not coming. But you should. You should keep eating those cookies. It works. That makes you fat.
No, the truth is it's better to be skinny.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
You don't know.
No, I know that.
Yeah, in your head, not in your mouth.
I can't resist my mother's cookies.
I could tell.
Yeah,
in
yes.
fact.
And you're skinny, yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
Does your mother bake cookies?
Yeah, but I only eat one. And then.
Wow,
then
you- are they-
finish it, then run on Shabbos, and then I'm done. I'm keeping
Wow.
going.
So you have really
Like
good,
somebody else I know?
so you have really good willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have such good
Well,
willpower.
you know,
Yeah, it's obvious.
lots of cookies.
Yeah.
Enjoy. We look fat.
Yeah, and you're skinny.
Looking good. My own
Yeah, you're like straight. Yes, thin. Yes.
One day it happened.
What?
First time eating cookies. You know.
Yeah, but they're so delicious.
Okay, enjoy your cookies. So why did you
Thank you.
Yeah, you're good. You're pencil. Enjoy your cookies.
Yeah, but
You don't care. You like it?
I heard that you told me a number of times.
You're still fat.
If you want to say it all day long, be my guest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's so.
Skinny, skinny, skinny. Skinny, skinny, skinny.
Kitties.
Okay, Shuli doesn't like to give up. Okay. Do you feel like you're winning?
You're
Isn't
not
it-
stopping. You're continuing cancer. Just a little bit.
But-
if you would walk away, I would feel less.
Okay, but even in this game, do you feel like you're winning the game?
No, because I'm not riling you up. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
Aren't you starting to feel kind of foolish? Okay, she doesn't like to give up. Most people give up very quickly, but Seema doesn't like to give up.
I'm good, Billy.
Okay. But anyway, do you think the audience thinks more highly of you or of me?
Wait a second. You.
Yeah, so even if she doesn't stop, you're going to think badly of her. What's the matter with Seema? Why does she keep on saying the same insult over and over again? Why doesn't she get it? Why doesn't she see it doesn't bother him? What's wrong with her? Why is she so mean? So even if you don't stop, I still win if I let you insult me. You make a fool of yourself. And they're going to think, what's wrong with you? They're going to think of me as a nice person. There's something wrong with you. So even if you don't stop, I still win. The first time, was I treating you like a friend or an enemy?
An enemy.
Talk to the microphone.
An enemy.
Yeah. The second time, was I treating you like a friend or an enemy?
Like a friend.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I'm
look at
appreciating what you're telling me. Oh, you're so skinny. How do you do it? And I was nice to you all the time. That's the real difference. The first time I was treating Seema like she's my enemy for insulting me. The second time I treated her like a friend. Seema, which way are you more likely to want to be my friend?
Second.
Would you want to be my friend the first way? I look like a fool, plus I'm angry at you. Why would you want to be my friend? The second way, even though I'm overweight, you'll still want to be my friend because I'm fun, I'm nice to be with, I'm calling you skinny, I make you feel good. When you were insulting me, I'm running short on time, so I really want to not answer questions now. I hope I'll answer the questions as we go along. When you were insulting me the first time and I was getting angry, who was making me angry?
I guess I was making you angry.
Yeah. Did everybody see Seema making me angry the first time? But everybody was wrong. You know who was really making me angry? Me. I didn't allow myself. I made myself angry. I had Seema insult me 2 times. The first time I got angry, the second time I didn't. Seema, do you have a remote control to my brain and you're pressing the anger button? No, if I don't want to get angry, I'm not going to get angry. But whenever we get angry, whether it's at a child, our spouse, a neighbor, our boss, a reckless driver on the road, it always feels to us like they make us angry, but we do it to ourselves. Why does it feel like others make us angry? It's because of our nefesh habahamis. Has everybody here learned about the nefesh habahamis? It's a big thing in Chabad. Everybody has a nefesh bahamis, an animal soul. Why do we have an animal soul? Because we have animal bodies. Our bodies are animals. We have blood and muscles and hearts and guts like all the other animals. We have to eat and sleep like the other animals. Do animals live in civilization with schools and hospitals and police, or do animals live in nature? In nature. In nature, life is very dangerous. Creatures eat each other for dinner, and they don't get arrested if they kill each other. In nature, getting angry is the first step to winning a conflict. Let's say, Seema, we live in nature, and you attack me. Can I tell you, hey, get your hands off of me, it's against the law, I'm going to call the police on you?
No, there's no law or police.
Yeah, what's law, what's police? In nature, you're allowed to kill me and nobody arrests you. So in nature, if you threaten me or attack me, I better get angry at you to scare you off. And if you're scared off and you leave me alone, I'm very happy, I won. And if you're not scared off and you're still looking to kill me, I have to have the drive to tear you to pieces before you tear me to pieces. In nature, the more quickly and intensely that I get angry, the better my chances are of winning. So our Nefesh HaBahamis is programmed to get angry like that in a split second whenever we're threatened or attacked. So since it happens so quickly without any decision-making process, it feels to us like others make us angry, but we do it to ourselves. Now we played the game 2 times. Each time there was an optical illusion. The first time, Seema, did you see me trying to stop you from insulting me?
Yeah.
I was trying, it didn't work, but you saw me trying to stop you. I'm not boring, don't call me boring. Did everybody see me trying to make Seema stop insulting me the first time? But everybody was wrong. You know what I was really doing to you the first time? It looked like I was trying to stop you, but that was an illusion. What was I really doing the first time? It looked that way, but it's not what I was doing.
You were negating everything she was saying.
I'm negating,
That's all.
but I was negating it for the purpose of making her stop. It's not true. Stop saying it already. Yeah. Very good. I was making you continue insulting me. I didn't want you to stop the first time. It would have ruined my demonstration. But I knew that if I get angry, Seema is going to have fun. She's going to win. I'm going to look like a big fool. Why should you stop? You're having such a good time. So it looked like I was trying to stop you. I was making you continue. And I could have kept you going on all night long, especially because you're very good at insulting and you don't want to give up. And this is what happens to everybody who's being picked on repeatedly by the same person. We're getting angry at them because we want them to stop doing to us what gets us angry. But that doesn't make them stop, it makes them continue. Like with our children at home. You know, here we are, we're both adults, I'm nobody important to you, and you had a great time driving me nuts the first time. That was so much fun. Imagine you're my child, and ever since you've been born, I'm telling you what to do. Get up, brush your teeth, get dressed, eat your breakfast, hurry up and get your books to go to school. Don't fight with your siblings. At night, do your homework, get ready for bed. All day long, we're trying to control them. They feel like they're little creatures in jail, and we're their giant wardens. You know how much fun it is for them to drive us crazy? And when they're even younger, it's more obvious. They're 2, 3, 4 years old. We're screaming our heads off, and they walk around with a smirk on their face. Imagine taking on somebody twice the height of the ceiling, thick as a redwood. You can drive them crazy, and they can't stop you. It's so much fun. Okay, I didn't realize. Okay. I'm sorry from the back you didn't hear me well. Our children love driving us crazy. It's so much fun, and they feel so powerful. The thing is, our children would rather lose than win, because if they make us angry, they're defeating us, but it doesn't make them happy because now their parent is yelling at them and threatening them and punishing them. Plus, would you rather have a parent that you can't respect or can respect? Everybody wants to be able to respect their parents. If you can't respect your parents, you feel like you're from a terrible family. Or what does it make me if my parents aren't respect-worthy? You can respect me when I was getting angry. They can't respect us when we get angry at them. They would rather lose to us because then they have parents who aren't angry at them, aren't punishing them all the time. They're nice, they look intelligent and respectable. So even though our children enjoy driving us crazy and defeating us, they would rather lose to us. Then they feel, my parents are intelligent and respectable. Now the second time you played the game, there was also an illusion. The second time, did you see me allowing you to insult me?
No.
I wasn't allowing you to insult me the second time? Oh, bring your friends. They want to insult me, bring them too. I was even encouraging you to insult me and bring your friends. You know, when you say you'll bring them all, oh, bring them all to insult me. So you saw me allowing you to insult me, right?
Okay.
Did I even once ask you to stop the second time?
No.
It was very clear that you could say anything you want to me the second time. So it looked like I was allowing you to insult me. Do you know what I was really doing or trying to do the second time?
Disinterest me.
To what?
Disinterest me?
To make you stop. The game was for me to stop you. Now, Seema is very persistent, so she doesn't stop very quickly. But you still didn't feel like you were winning the second time. And if this were real life and not a contest in front of everybody, you would have stopped very quickly. Because it's no fun. You feel kind of stupid doing it. So it looked like I was allowing her to insult me. I was really stopping you. I was hoping you wouldn't go on so long. But I fed into it. I mean, I just didn't want to stop talking. So this is what you should do with anybody in your life who is repeatedly being mean to you, at least verbally. I'm not talking about somebody who's hitting you repeatedly, stealing from you. That's another matter. But most of the time, when people get us upset, it's with words. They're insulting us, criticizing us. And very often it's our own spouse who's doing it all the time, and we're getting upset with them. So you tell yourself, they can insult you all they want, criticize you all they want, it's perfectly okay. If somebody insults you, but you're perfectly calm and happy, who is going to feel foolish, you or they?
Insulter.
And the insulter. Will you be upset if the insulter feels foolish when they insult you?
It depends who the insulter is. But
Whoever it is, even if it's your spouse, will you be happy if they feel foolish when they insult you?
I mean, not necessarily.
You want them to be happy
It
when
wouldn't necessarily
they...
make me happy that they feel foolish, but whatever. Okay, fine. I guess I'm happier than me being insulted.
I mean, if they feel foolish, they'll stop.
Right.
So you should be happy the next time somebody insults you because you're going to win. They're going to feel foolish and they'll stop. But there are two warnings. The first warning is it's not going to stop right away. It's going to get worse in the beginning. Because let's say we're kids and you have been making fun of me every day for months or even years, and I've been getting upset. And all of a sudden I stopped getting upset. You're going to figure something went wrong with me. I went deaf and I'm not hearing you, or I'm trying to make believe it doesn't bother me. But you're not going to like the feeling that you're losing. So in the beginning, you're going to try harder to upset me. You're going to say worse insults. You'll insult my parents. You'll get all of your friends together to insult me at the same time. But you're going to see that no matter how hard you try, it doesn't work anymore. You're just feeling foolish and you'll stop. So in the beginning, if you see the person, I'm not done with you. Almost. In the beginning, if you see the person treating you even worse, don't think, oh no, this isn't working. It works, it's just that the problem gets worse before it gets better. And the second warning is you have to do it all of the time. If you do it most of the time, it's not going to work. Because if you insult me 10 times, 9 times I don't get upset, but the 10th time I do get upset, you are going to discover that you really can upset me. You just have to keep on trying, and eventually I'm going to get upset. It's only when you discover you can never upset me, you're going to stop trying to upset me. So you have to do it all of the time or it's not going to work. By the way, did you have more fun the first time when I was getting upset or the second time when I was calm and nice to you? What was more fun?
If I was like a...
No, for you. We played the game 2 times. When were you having more fun?
For me personally, the second time was more of a challenge.
Yeah, but a hard challenge or...
Harder challenge.
Yeah, but when were you like having more fun inside?
I mean, I definitely get more...
I'm not fat. Don't call me fat.
If I was a kid, that was mean. I would have more
No,
fun.
but in this game, when were you as Seema having more fun? When I was getting upset or when I was calm and nice to you?
When you were calm and nice to me.
What was so fun about that? You looked a little frustrated.
No, it was just a challenge for me as opposed to...
Yeah, a challenge, but when were you smiling and laughing more? When was she smiling and laughing more? When I was getting upset or when I wasn't getting upset.
When you were
You're getting upset.
Yeah, she was having more fun when I was
Making a
getting
show.
upset.
You're making a spectacle of yourself.
Yeah, it was more fun for you. You know, I asked for a volunteer who was a good human being. What kind of a good human being are you? You had much more fun when I was getting upset. The second time was more of a challenge. You're a good human being. But the truth is, Seema, it wasn't only you who liked it better when I was getting upset. They liked it better too. I heard you laughing at me when I was getting upset. You evil passive bystanders. You know, we think that the bullies are other people. No, they're us. Under the right circumstances, we all have the potential of treating people badly and even enjoying it. And even our Chachamim know this. They all know we have a Yetzer Hara. Everybody is capable of being bad and even enjoying it. So what I was bringing out of you was your Yetzer Hara. Now, the reason she was able to enjoy it is because she knew it was only a game. If it were real life, she wouldn't knowingly keep on upsetting somebody. But you knew that it was a game, so your conscience doesn't bother you, and then you get in touch with the pleasure of seeing me getting upset. When I'm not getting upset, it's not so much fun. So you're not really an evil person. Everybody is like that. Okay, let's give Seema a round of applause. Good job. Thank you very much. Now, when I work with a child, I practice with them at this point. I tell them I'm going to insult you terribly, and I want you not to get upset no matter what I say. And almost everybody has an easy time, and they discover that it's effortless not to get upset. Now, I'm running late, so I have to be more concise. I want to explain the philosophy behind what I teach people to do. I didn't realize it right away, but after many years I realized I'm teaching the practical application of the Ahavta l'reacha kamocha, which is known in the outside world as the golden rule, because it's such a good rule. Now we all know the tzivuy of Ahavta l'reacha kamocha. It's been in our Torah for thousands of years. But even the heads of other religions and secular philosophers know that if everybody lived by V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, life would be wonderful. Everybody would be friends. Nobody would be mean to each other. So if we know that it's important to live by V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, why does bullying still happen? Why do couples fight with each other? Why do parents and children fight? I believe it's because we don't really understand why we need the commandment of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Everybody thinks that it comes to teach us that we have to be nice to people and we shouldn't be mean to people. And that's what schools teach the children. Don't be a bully, be nice to each other, be respectful to your teachers. At home we try to teach our children not to be mean to each other. They should be respectful to us. But it doesn't have such great effects. It's because we don't need V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha to teach us such a simple idea that it's important to be nice to people and it's bad to be mean to people. It's self-evident that it's wrong to be mean to people and it's good to be nice to people. The problem is, what do you do when people are mean to you? Because it happens. Sometimes we're mean to people. And most of the time when people are mean to others, it's not even intentional, but the other person gets upset by it. Does anybody here have a hard time knowing what to do when somebody is nice to you? Oh no, they're being nice. This is so new to me. I don't know what to do. It's easy to handle people being nice to us. The challenge is handling people when they're mean to us. And the answer of the Torah is, be nice to them, because you're supposed to love them. If you're supposed to love them, you're supposed to be nice to them. We're not supposed to do to others what we hate them doing to us. So if we hate them being mean to us, we can't be mean to them. But this is hard for us. It's contrary to our nature to be nice to people when they're mean to us. And a lot of people think that it's crazy to be nice to people when they're mean to us. What do you mean? Look how they treat me. I'm going to be nice to them. I'm a sucker. I'm a loser. The Torah does not come to teach us to be suckers and losers. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha is actually a recipe for winning, and it creates a win-win situation. And this is how it works scientifically. As I said before, we have a nefesh habahamis. And the reason we have a nefesh habahamis is because we have animal bodies. The job of the nefesh habahamis is to make sure that our animal body survives and is healthy and lives as long as possible and procreates to have children. Human beings are programmed for reciprocity, which means I'm going to treat you the way you treat me. If you think about it, you'll realize everybody is like that. When somebody is nice to you, do you feel like being mean back or nice back? And when somebody is mean to you, do you feel like being nice back or mean back? Everybody is like that. You feel like being nice back, or your head tells you to be nice back. You're probably used to it already. You're used to it. But our gut feeling is to be mean to them when they're mean to us. Everybody is like that. We feel like being nice to people when they're nice to us and mean to them when they're mean to us. We can control it, but that's what our instinct tells us. And the reason is, in nature, treating others the way they treat us makes sense. Because if you and I live in nature and you're nice to me, it pays to be nice to you. We'll help each other. We'll cooperate. We'll survive better. But if you're mean to me in nature, you're probably trying to kill me. You want to eat me for dinner. What's going to happen if I'm nice to you in nature where you're trying to kill me? I'll make it easier for you. So in nature, I have to be mean to you when you're mean to me. Otherwise, I may end up dead. So that's what our nefesh habahamis is programmed for. It helps us win in nature. Today, we don't eat each other for dinner. We are not allowed to injure or kill each other, no matter how angry we are. But our nefesh habahamis hasn't changed. It's still programmed for reciprocity. Today, if I live by reciprocity, I give up control over the relationship, and I'm likely to have enemies. Because what will happen is, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice back and we'll be friends. But if you're mean to me, I'll be mean back to you, and you'll be mean to me again, and we'll be fighting all the time, and we'll become enemies. So what I tell myself is, I don't want enemies, I want people being my friends. I know that your nefesh habahamis is also programmed for reciprocity. So even when you're mean to me, I am going to be nice back to you, and before long you're going to start being nice to me because you're programmed to treat me the way I treat you. So v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha gives me control over the relationship, and if I do it properly, everybody's going to want to be my friend, no matter what else is wrong with me. And this is what I was doing with Sima. The first time she was mean to me, I was being mean back to her, I'm angry at her, I'm telling her to stop, I'm treating her like an enemy. The second time I treated her like a friend. I appreciated what she's telling me. Yeah, I like my mother's cookies, you're so skinny, that's wonderful. Whatever she said to me, I complimented her back. And then she doesn't feel so good insulting me. Now, there are many ways to respond to insults that work to stop them. My favorite way is with the opposite compliment. If you call me fat, so I say, oh, but you're skinny. If you call me an idiot, I'll say, oh, but I think you're smart. If you call me shorty, I'll say, oh, you're so tall, that's wonderful. And then it puts a smile on your face and you feel like saying thank you. Another very effective way to deal with insults is by asking, is that what you believe? The natural instinct or inclination for us when we're criticized or insulted is to defend ourselves. It's not true, you better stop saying that. But it's a trap. If I defend myself from the insult, I automatically lose because the attacker is in the stronger position, the defender is in the weaker position. So if I defend myself from the insult, I put you up here, I'm down here, and you're going to keep on saying the insult to me to get me to defend myself. So let's say you call me an idiot, and you keep on saying it. I'll say, is that what you believe? And if you say yes, I'll say, and if you want to believe it, I can't stop you. I'm not agreeing that I'm an idiot, but I'll say, if you want to believe that, I can't stop you, and it shuts you up, you have nothing more to say, and I come out being the winner. So asking the person, is that what you believe, is also a very effective way of making them stop insulting you. Now, I'm running out of time. I wanted to do a demonstration of what to do if our child is disrespectful to us. I'm not going to do it because of time, but what you should do is be respectful back. You should realize that if they're disrespecting you, it's because they don't like the way they're treating you, or you're doing something wrong to them in their mind. So instead of getting upset, ask them about what they don't like about what you're doing, and you can work it out. But if you get angry at them, you're disrespecting them, and it escalates, and they're going to want to, continue being chutzpahdik and continue defying you.
Can you demonstrate with a child? It's one thing to do it on the students, it's another thing to do it with your own children.
Can I demonstrate it?
Yeah, how do you handle it?
It's the same thing. The thing is, officially I have like less than 15 minutes left. I hope you won't run out, but I want to teach you what I think is maybe the most important thing I have to teach today, and that's what to do when your children complain that their sibling was picking on them. So I'm going to play a father, and I want 2 volunteers to come up here and play my children. You want to come up? One more volunteer, please. One more volunteer, please. Okay, come up. If I talk very close to this, do you hear me in the back? Not so much? Now you hear me fine? Okay, I'll use this one, and I'll give my volunteers the more sensitive mic. Okay, your name is?
My name is Faggy.
Faggy?
Yeah.
Okay, take the microphone. And your name is?
Leora. Leora.
Leora. You are my children. Leora, you're going to insult your sister. Not when I'm listening. And Faggy, you're going to come to me and say, Tati, Faggy called me so-and-so.
Your butterfly is so disgusting. You're such a terrible artist. I hate what you did.
Daddy,
What?
he's being very mean to me. He's calling me my butterfly and whatever. And he's just being so mean.
What's she saying?
She's saying that my butterfly is being like this and like that. I don't know. She's just being really mean.
Why are you saying that to her?
I'm just coloring my own butterfly over here. I didn't.
Did she say that?
No, she was saying my butterfly is really, I don't know, something.
I want a juicier insult, not your butterfly. By the way, what butterfly are you talking about?
Okay, can we switch it?
No, I want to do the same thing, but
I'm just thinking of my own insult.
okay. Insult her. Make it really mean. Call her an idiot or something.
Yeah.
Insult her, not her butterfly. Okay, by the way, you're too far away. The camera's over here. Too far away.
She called me a Dumbo.
You called Faggy a Dumbo?
No.
Did she?
She called me a Dumbo. She's lying now.
Why do you call her a
I didn't
Dumbo?
call her anything.
Did she?
She called me.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
Is she lying?
She's absolutely lying.
What? You're always insulting your sister and then you deny it.
That's not true.
You apologize to her.
I don't need to apologize for anything.
Yes, you do. You apologize right now.
I didn't call her anything.
Did she?
She called me a Dumbo.
You're always calling her bad name. Now you apologize to her. I'm sick and tired of you insulting her.
I'm not.
Go to your room.
No.
You are grounded until you decide you're going to stop insulting your sister. Go to your room.
No.
Go right now.
No.
Okay, good job. Okay. Let's give a round of applause. Don't quit. Wait. Don't go away. Don't go away.
Their experience as children and our children.
Okay. I want to make sure I get the names right. You're Faggy and you're
Leora.
Leora. Okay. Faggy, how do you like what I did?
I think you did very well.
Yeah. Yeah, she loves what I did. What are you going to do the next time that Leora calls you a bad name?
Okay, let's see. Now, why do you think that?
No. After what I did, what are you going to do the next time that she insults you?
I'm not gonna let it get to me.
No, she means based on how we acted in that.
Yeah, that's right.
I just got mad at her, sent her to her room. What are you going to do the next, and you liked it, right? What, you didn't like what I did for you? Yeah, I took your side again.
Yeah, I probably did.
Yeah, you like it. I took your side against her. I'm punishing her. By the way, are you hearing me in the back? Yeah, okay. So what are you going to do the next time she insults you?
The same thing?
Yeah, you'll come to me for help again. Why in the world should Faggy deal with Leora herself if she can get me to do this for her? Now, we want our children to learn to solve their social problems on their own. I'm teaching them, come to me for help. Did I make you like Leora better? Are you more mad at her?
If I were the kid, yeah.
You like her better now? After what I did?
Like the reaction. If I were the kid.
No, do you like her? Do you like your... No. I've just yelled at her, reprimanded her, and she lies about what she did to you. I'm sending her to her room. Did I make you like Leora better?
If I were the kid that was, yeah.
You're going to like her better? She's lying about insulting you.
She's lying about it, and she's
Talk to the microphone.
She's lying about it, she's getting punished.
Yes, and do you... But do you like her now?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you
I like the reaction.
she's lying. She's lying. Plus, I'm upset with her, and I'm letting you know what a terrible thing she did to you. If I'm upset with her, you're certainly going to be upset with her. Leora, did I make you like Faggy better?
No, not at all.
Are you more mad at her now? Come closer. I'm afraid you're not in the picture anymore. Okay, are you more mad at her now?
Yeah.
Because she got you in trouble. What do you feel like doing to her now?
Punching her in the face.
I have just created the next incident and probably a worse one. Now it's a punch to the face. Faggy, did I make you like me better? Oh, no. So, I'm sorry. I get the names wrong. Leora, did I make you like me better?
No.
Are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Do you want to listen to me now? I'm not an authority for her anymore. I'm her father. She doesn't respect me anymore because I'm angry at her. I'm against her. I'm taking her sister's side against her. I'm losing one of my own children here. This way, did you learn that people should or should not be upset by insults?
They shouldn't.
By what I did?
By what you did, you just made the whole situation
No.
worse.
As your father, by yelling at her and sending her to her room, did I teach you that you should or should not be upset by insults?
You definitely should.
Yeah, it's terrible to be insulted. People deserve to be punished for insulting you. We want our children not to be easily upset by insults. Otherwise, they get picked on all of the time. I have just taught them they should be outraged by insults. This way, Faggy, do you come out feeling like you're a bully or a victim?
At first I felt the victim, but then I felt validated.
Yeah, but do you feel like you're the bad guy here or you're the aggrieved party?
Definitely, in this case, probably the one that won.
Okay, I'm asking a really simple question. After I yelled at her and sent her to her room, do you feel at the end that you're a bully or a victim in this situation?
From the end result, probably the bully, but I don't...
How do you feel? You come and tell me...
Vindicated, that's what I feel.
Vindicated because you were victimized.
Because I was victimized,
Yeah,
exactly.
so I let you know that you're the victim. You
Right.
feel like you're the victim. You are sure now that Leora cheated you terribly, and she deserves to be punished for it. So you come out feeling like you're a victim. She did a terrible thing to you. Fagi, now that I have reprimanded you and sent you to your room, do you come out feeling... Oh, Leora, I'm sorry. Leora, do you end up feeling like you're a bully or a victim? That's how you feel. Go to your room. You apologize to her. You're going to be grounded until you feel like a victim. You were treated terribly. I have one incident. Both of them are left feeling like victims. Victims are angry. They want revenge. And in case you didn't notice, I now have a psychopathic daughter on my hands. First you insult Fagi, then you lie about it. Now you want to punch her in the face. Where did I get this daughter from who insults people and lies and hits people? Where did I get this psychopath from?
From your own action.
Very good. But I'll explain where I got her from. Of the two children, which one of them is the bigger victim? Who? Leora. Leora is the bigger victim. All Leora did was call her sister a Dumbo. Fagi could have made a joke about it. She could have said, yeah, I'd love to fly with my ears. Or she could have ignored her. Or she could have said, thank you for letting me know, I didn't realize it. But instead she tells Tati, and now Tati gets angry at her sister and punishes her. What we did to Leora is much, much worse than what Leora did to Fagi. But we take the so-called bully, we turn her into a bigger victim, and then we're surprised that the bully doesn't feel remorse, they don't feel sorry for what they did, they just want to get back at them again. It's not, we believe that bullies can't feel remorse. It's not true. Most of the people that we think of as bullies, if they discover they truly did hurt somebody, they do feel bad about it. Oh, okay. Did you hear what I said in the back? Okay. Bullies, so-called bullies, I hate using the word. I would never call a real person a bully. It's an insult. It's calling them a Russia. And we use this word on children. Today we're calling living children bullies. It's a Russia, somebody who enjoys hurting people and does it over and over again. It's not bullies who don't feel remorse. It's victims who don't feel remorse because victims have no reason to feel remorse. They're the aggrieved party. Victims don't feel sorry. They want revenge. So we turn Leora into the bigger victim, and then we don't understand why she doesn't apologize, and now she wants to punch her in the face. It's because she's the bigger victim. Now we're going to do it again, and this time I'm going to answer differently. And I guarantee you, if you do this with your children, after a few days, you're going to see how much better they get along. Okay, one of you take this. Start again. Leora, I want you to insult Fagi, and Fagi, come and tell Tati. Are you hearing me in the back? Okay, very good. Come closer. Come closer.
Tati.
What?
She just called me stupid and a Dumbo.
She called you a stupid and a Dumbo?
Yeah, she called me stupid and a Dumbo.
Really?
Really?
Do you believe her?
No.
Oh, good. I don't either.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're smart. Usually it's over here, and this is usually enough. But I'm going to do another thing here, because it's not always enough. Let's say you're still upset because she did it. Usually at this point they realize, oh, it's no big deal.
Not a situation when each one says, oh, you're my favorite, you're Tati's favorite.
I have to do what I'm doing here. Come a little closer because I want you to be in the camera. You too, Leo, come closer. I'm going to do another thing here. Act kind of upset, or say, but she says it to me all the time.
Daddy, she says it to me all the time, and I get really upset all the time.
Yeah, she says it a lot, right?
Always.
Do you want it to stop?
I want it to stop.
Yeah. I'm going to teach you why she calls you stupid and a Dumbo and how to make her stop. I'm going to play a game with you, Faggy. Your job is to call me stupid and Dumbo, and don't let me stop you.
Tati, you're stupid.
I'm not stupid.
You're really stupid.
I'm smart. Don't call me stupid.
But you're being very stupid.
I'm not being stupid. I'm being smart.
How are you being smart? You're being stupid.
I'm not being stupid, so don't call me stupid.
And I'm getting so annoyed. You're not listening.
You're getting annoyed. You're calling me stupid. I'm listening very well. Okay. Okay. Am I making you want to stop calling me stupid?
Yeah, but first.
Well, don't go away. But you kept on going. In this game, did I make you stop calling me stupid? I don't know why you stopped all of a sudden, but did you really want to stop the first? Did you really want to?
But that's me.
Okay, because I'm Tati. But in this game, okay, let me just give it. Don't give up so easily. Call me stupid and don't let me stop you.
You're very stupid.
I'm not stupid at all.
You're really stupid.
I'm not stupid at all.
You're being really stupid.
I'm not being really stupid. I'm smart.
You're being really stupid.
Stop saying that. I am not stupid.
But you're being really stupid.
I'm not being any kind of stupid.
You're being very stupid.
I'm not even being falsely stupid. I'm not stupid.
You're being so stupid.
Stop it!
Stupid.
Stop it!
Stupid.
Okay, good job. Okay, you go on and don't go. No, hold on. Okay. Did I make you want to stop calling me stupid?
No.
Went on and on. Wasn't this kind of fun?
No.
She was smiling and laughing.
It's fun to watch.
You look in this game. You look like you were having a great time. You're smiling the whole time. Now we're going to do it again. Call me stupid and don't let me stop you.
You're so stupid.
I think you're so smart.
But you're really stupid.
I think you're smart.
How come you're so stupid?
I mean, if you want to think I'm stupid, you can, but I think you're smart.
I think you're stupid.
And I think you're smart.
I think you're very stupid.
If you want to, you can.
I really think you're stupid.
You can if you want.
I think you're very not smart.
You can think that too.
And I think you're very stupid and very not smart.
And I think you're very smart. Okay, isn't it harder this time? Isn't it hard? Talk to the mic. It's harder. Is it fun this time?
No.
No, it's frustrating. You see, she's not calling you stupid and Dumbo because you're stupid. She's doing it because when you get upset, she has fun. Just like you were having fun when I was getting upset, she has fun when you get upset. So stop getting upset and compliment her. Say, oh, but I think you're smart. And you'll see that after a couple of days, she stops doing it to you. So try it for a couple of days and let me know what happens, okay? Good luck. Okay. Now, if I always do it the second way, and by the second way, I meant by asking you, do you believe it? No, I don't either. And explaining to you that, or showing you that she has fun when you get upset. In the future, when Leora insults you, okay, in the future, when Leora insults you, are you going to keep on coming to Tati to tell me?
No.
First of all, there's no big payoff because I don't punish her for insulting you. But if I do it the second way, is it going to be hard for you to handle Leora by yourself in the future or easier?
Easier, probably.
Yeah, because you realize it's nothing. It's nonsense that nobody believes. And you realize that if you stop getting upset, she'll stop doing it to you. You can handle it by yourself. The second way, that I make you more angry at Leora.
No.
Because you realize she said nonsense, nothing to get upset about. Leora, the second way, that I make you more upset with Faggy.
I didn't realize I was like her, but I guess, say
No,
it again. You were
The second way, did I make you more angry at Faggy?
No.
No, because she didn't get you in trouble. You're not more angry at her. The first way, both of them were more angry at each other. Now they're not. This way, Leora, do you have to punch her in the face? No, the other way, she wants to punch her sister in the face. This way, that I lose either of you as a daughter. Nobody's against me now. Both of you still like me and respect me. The second way, did you learn that people should or should not be upset by insults? Yeah, nothing to get upset about. The second way, Fagi, do you come out feeling like you're a bully or a victim?
Neither.
No, neither. The second way, Leora, did you come out feeling like you're a bully or a victim? Neither. The first way, I was left with both of my daughters feeling like victims. Victims are angry and want revenge. This way, neither one feels like a bully. You know, they don't feel like a Russia. They don't feel like a victim. I got everything that I wanted. So stop playing judge between your children. Teach them to stop getting upset with each other, and they should deal with each other directly. I ask children, let's say I'm your sibling and you treat me badly. When will you like and respect me more? If I tell mommy or tati that you treated me badly, or if I talk to you directly? Which time will you like and respect me more? I tell on you or I talk to you directly? Directly, every child answers the same thing. It's so obvious. So we should teach our children to talk to each other directly. We should avoid playing judge like the plague. Judges don't make people love each other. When two people go to court against each other and the judge passes verdict, do you see the two sides hugging each other and saying, "Oh, thank you, judge, you were so wise, why couldn't we think of that by ourselves?" The two sides still hate each other at the end of the judgment, and the loser hates the judge as well. We have to avoid playing judge. We can teach our children right from wrong. We can teach them the rules about what to do, but it's not our job to enforce the rules. You know, let them deal with each other, and they will grow up being best friends, and your jobs will be easier, and your kids will like each other better. Okay, let's give one last thing. Now let's say Leora hit Fagi. Hitting is different from words because, you know, words is our feelings, but hitting is our bodies. So let's say Leora hits you a lot. She doesn't send you to the hospital. You know, she's just doing it because she's upset with you or to annoy you, and you're going to tell me that Leora hit you. By the way, if I make a big deal about, we're not going to do the whole thing. If she tells me that you hit her and then I get mad at you and send you to your room, I'm going to have the very same situation as before. You're going to be more mad at each other. You're going to be mad at me. You want to hit her in the face again. And you're going to learn that even though it doesn't hurt, you should be very upset by it. Oh, she put her hand on me. So tell me that she hit you, but it doesn't hurt. Because children answer honestly. Okay. Leora hit you. It didn't hurt, and now you're going to tell Tati that she hit you.
Okay, let's say it was a pinch, okay?
Okay.
Tati, Leora pinched me.
She pinched you?
She pinched me. Didn't.
Are you hurt?
No.
Oh, good, I'm glad. That's it, she's not hurt. I have to do an investigation. I have to punish her sister for not hurting her. So if your child says...
Usually they would answer yes.
Oh, okay. Now let's say it does hurt. It hurt. Okay. Say that it did hurt.
It hurt.
Does it still hurt?
Yeah.
Do you need ice or a Band-Aid?
Yeah.
So it really hurts a lot.
It really hurts.
Okay. I'll get you ice. If she says it does hurt and it hurts a lot, first of all, I have to treat her pain. Maybe she needs an ice pack because I'm concerned about her pain. But let's say now I got you the ice pack.
My kids will ask me to punish Leora.
What?
I will make sure I punish Leora.
Say that.
My kids will make sure I punish. My
No.
kids will ask me to punish Leora.
Yeah, but if you do that, you fell into a trap. Hold on a second.
That's why we're listening to the prompts over here and not anything else.
Okay.
We're not taking our kids' suggestions right now.
How many people here had a child who sent their sibling to the hospital? On purpose? How did it happen?
It was a fight.
A fight, and what happened?
They were fighting and glass broke and went in and one kid
Okay, it was an accident. Just about every situation I have heard about in my whole life, about one child hurting their sibling. It was an accident. It was an accident. It's not on purpose. But let me ask you another question. I'm going to ask you another question. Of all of you, only one of you had a child who made their sibling go to the hospital. Who here has a child who had to go to the hospital because of a sports injury? A little higher. Raise your hands higher. Quite a few of us. If we're so concerned about children's welfare, why in the world are we worried about bullying? Let's make sports illegal. Sports is incredibly more dangerous than bullying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but what about scratch faces? I wish I had more time. If you want to stay a little bit longer, I'll be happy to answer these questions. Because there are legitimate questions. What about scratches? Let me continue here. So I brought you the ice pack, and now I ask you, does Leora hit you a lot?
She hits me a lot.
Right. When she hits you, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
An ice pack, right? Do you have to go to the doctor?
I think so.
Okay, kids don't say that. Have you ever had to go to the doctor because she hit you?
Sometimes she could hit me really hard that I have to go to the doctor.
Have you? Okay. Have you? Okay. She's never had to go to the doctor or the hospital because her sister hit her. But she does it to you a lot, right?
A lot.
Okay. When she hits you on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being like almost no pain and 10 being super pain, how much does it hurt when she hits you?
10.
Okay, she's lying. Kids answer honestly. Let's say a 1 or 2 or 3, it hurts a little bit. Maybe your children answer like this, I don't know. But come a little bit closer, okay. Anyway, when she hits you, do you get upset?
Yeah.
Okay. When you get upset, does Leora feel sad or happy?
Repeat the question? When Leora gets...
When you get upset, does Leora feel sad or happy?
Okay, you want my response or not my response? You want my perspective over here as an adult, or you want
as a child, when your sister hits you and you get upset.
She gets happy.
Yes, she loves to get you upset. She's not hitting you because she wants to send you to the hospital or kill you, chas v'chalila. It's just that when you get upset, she has fun. If she were a boy, I can't act this out with a girl, obviously, but if she were a boy, if the volunteer were a boy, I would say, I'm going to show you why your sister or brother keeps on hitting you. And I'll ask you to push me or hit me. And I'll hit you back, leave me alone. And you're going to see that it's so much fun, you want to do it again. We're going to get into, it's going to go back and forth. Then, let's say, we actually did this, but now you hit me again. I'm going to answer it differently. Go like this, like you hit me. Oh, are you mad at me?
Very.
Why?
Because you're not listening. She pinched me.
No. I'm your brother. Okay, let's say I'm your brother.
Okay.
Okay. And you go like this. Okay. If I get, okay, let me act it out. Go like this. Stop it! Stop it already! Leave me alone! Stop it! Leave me alone! Stop it already! Stop it! Okay. Am I making you want to stop hitting me? Did I make you want to stop hitting me?
No.
Okay, wasn't this fun? Yeah, she was having fun. Okay, now do it again. Oh, are you mad at me?
Yes.
Why?
Just because.
Because of what?
Because you took my thing.
Really? What did I take?
You took my notebook.
That was yours? I thought it was a black notebook. I didn't know it was yours.
It was my notebook.
Wow, I'm so sorry. I'll give it back to you.
You're going to give it back to me?
Of course. If it's yours, I'll give it back to you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you for
I'm
letting me know
still
about
angry.
But
it was taken.
Yeah, I shouldn't have taken it.
You shouldn't have taken it.
Yeah, I'll try not to do it again.
Okay.
What I'll do, What I teach kids to do when somebody hits them is, instead of getting angry and hitting them back, you ask, are you mad at me? Because I tell myself that if she hit me, she must have a very good reason. She must be mad at me. So I ask her, are you mad at me? Now she has to think, is she mad at me? If she's not mad at me, she'll realize there's no good reason to hit me again, and she'll leave me alone. But if she is mad at me, it means she feels victimized by me. I did something bad to her, so she's hitting me to get back at me. So I ask her, oh, really, what did I do? And now she tells me, yeah, you took my notebook. Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it was yours, and I give it back to you, and now you don't have to hit me again.
Doesn't it send a message, though, that there's a reason to hit?
That what?
There's a reason to hit?
My goal is to get my sibling to stop hitting me. The thing, adults have this idea that children are not allowed to put a hand on each other. We have to make sure they never hit each other. I think you've all had children. Children are very physical. And the younger they are, the more physical they are. They chase each other, they wrestle, they pull each other's hair. They love to fight. I want to let Fagi and Leora sit down. Let's give them a round of applause. You did a great job. And I do want to start wrapping things up. Adults today believe that it's their job to make sure that children never hit each other. They never hit each other at home. They never hit each other in school. And no matter how hard we try, very few of us get such a situation. Who here has a family, especially with boys, and they never hit each other? Never ever hit each other. One, anybody else have children who never hit each other? It's extremely rare. In school also, when I was going to school, we used to love to play fight. The most fun thing that kids can do is to play fight. And when we play fight, we're not trying to send each other to the hospital. We're having fun. It's so exciting to play fight. And if I'm play fighting with you, and you get hurt, and you start crying, do I go and finish you off and kill you? No. Oh, I'm sorry, you okay? I wait for you to feel better, then we play fight again. We want a completely safe school environment for our children. We want a completely safe environment for our home. And very rarely can we achieve it. And I'll explain to you why we will never ever have a completely safe school environment or home environment. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Let's say you have a choice of living a safe life or a dangerous life. Please raise your hand if you would rather live a dangerous life. Raise your hand if you would rather live a safe life. You have a choice of living a boring life or an exciting life. Please raise your hand if you would rather live a boring life. So we have a couple of smart people here. Raise your hand if you would rather live an exciting life. Exciting, not boring, exciting. Just about everybody prefers to live a safe life, and just about everybody prefers to live an exciting life. I hate to break the news to you, but they don't go together. Safety is boring. All exciting activities have some measure of danger to them, and the more dangerous they are, the more exciting they are. That's why many of you had to take your children to the hospital from a sports injury. We send them to play basketball. Basketball is very dangerous. My nephew, as a young adult, had to go to the hospital. He had a 6-hour operation on his knee from an accident during baseball. A couple of decades ago, my shul had a basketball game. I never wanted to go again. I'm getting elbows in my face. My glasses are being knocked off. I don't want to go to the hospital. Skydiving is more exciting than taking a stroll in the park. Riding a motorcycle is more exciting than riding a bicycle. Children want excitement. They go to school, they have to sit in the school 6, 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours a day, doing everything that the Rebbe and the teachers are telling them. For most kids, this is very hard. They want excitement. Why, for almost every kid, their favorite part of the school day is recess. When they're running around and playing tag and playing basketball, that's what they love doing. It's exciting. It's dangerous, but exciting. Sitting in the class and learning Gemara is not dangerous, unless you fail your tests or stuff like that. Children want excitement. We will never ever have a completely safe home or school environment because children don't want it. The adults want it for them, but the kids don't. And how about midas? Sure, teach them that it's wrong to injure people, as though they don't know it. They discover very quickly that being injured is bad because when they get injured, it hurts. And, we can teach them that it's bad to injure people. But we can't stop them from ever hitting each other because they want to hit each other. I have grandchildren now. I watch them a lot. I observe them. And they love to fight. And sometimes it's a real fight, but they still love it because it's exciting. They get angry at each other, and they seem to like it. We can't make them be completely docile and completely nice all the time because they're not machines or computers that can be programmed or designed to do whatever we want them to do. They're animals. They want to look at animals, look at puppies, look at kittens. They wrestle all the time. They eat and sleep and wrestle. It's what children want to do. It's good for them. It makes them love each other. When our children play fight, it should warm our heart, because they're having a good time with each other. Play fighting does not make our children hate each other. It makes them love each other. So stay out of it. You watch your children. Don't let them go to the hospital. Even if you see that it might result in scratches, if you can stop it, fine. But don't try to find out who started, who's right, who's wrong, who has to be punished. If you do that, everything gets worse. And they learn that they should get upset, even if they're not terribly hurt, they should get terribly upset because somebody has to get punished for it. And the one you punish is going to hate you and going to want to get back at you and at their sibling. Okay, I want to wrap things up. I'll take one or two important questions. Yes.
You're the parent of both kids, the hitter and the one that's being hit. So don't you also owe the hitter to kind of teach them that's wrong, right?
Doesn't the hitter what?
You're the parent of both kids, also the hitter. It's not like your responsibility to teach them not to.
It's not my responsibility to...
Isn't it your responsibility to teach the child that they also have an extra kids, they have an extra honest or analytic, but they also have an extra kids, you have to teach self-control as a parent.
Yeah.
You're depriving your child of
Yeah.
teaching.
But the thing... Okay. It's fine to teach children, give them the rules, tell them what's right and wrong, but it's not our job to play the judge between them. When we play the judge between them, we are making them hate each other. We're making them fight over us. So you tell your children, when we play, we shouldn't be hitting each other. But that's it. You taught them. What they do, it is their business. Even as adults, adults think that if they judge every negative action of their children, between their children, they're going to grow up to be good people who know right from wrong. I kind of forgot what I wanted to say. Okay. So we supervise our children. We hover over them to make sure they don't hurt each other. They don't say anything mean to each other. Let's say we're adults, and let's say we're married. I'm your husband. How would you like it if every time we did something hurtful to each other, something offensive to each other, we'd call an authority figure in, and the authority figure is going to figure out who's right, who's wrong. Or somebody's going to hover over us and say, you can't talk like that, you have to say it this way, you have to be punished. What's going to happen if there's an authority figure always reprimanding and punishing us for what we do and say to each other? Are we going to have a good marriage?
A child, Hashem put a parent is a natural authority that Hashem put there. And it's not necessarily always reprimanding, but it is a teaching moment. It's not always negative, but it's a teaching moment because you cannot hit.
Yeah.
It's not always...
But they can hit, they do hit. You can tell them you can't hit, and then they hit. So what do you do about that? Then you start punishing them.
They should know it's not okay.
We want children to be resilient. We want them to be tough and to be able to handle the difficulties of life. Sometimes in life, truly, truly painful things happen. How are our children supposed to handle the truly difficult things of life if they can't handle a scratch, if they can't handle a push by their sibling? We're teaching them to be emotional marshmallows that get upset by every minor thing. Children, they fight, they roughhouse, and they discover they can handle it. It's not the end of the world, that they can do it again. They get tougher this way. They play sports, which makes them tougher. They learn to handle painful things, and they can still be friends. So we can't create an environment in which they're only nice to each other. It is not going to happen. And the harder you try to force it to happen, the more of a war you're going to have on your hands. Your kids are going to be fighting all of the time, and you're going to be in the middle all of the time trying to stop them, and without realizing it, you are making it worse. Now, nobody has to listen to me, and the truth is there are exceptions. Now, I've worked with people, and I gave them my advice, and their kids, they really went at each other afterwards, but that was the exception. You don't have to do what I'm telling you, but I'm letting you know that our children don't need us to supervise them every second of the day. In fact, there's been research done, and there are programs like this. They have recess in school with no adult supervision. No supervision. And bullying goes down in such situations. And the reason it goes down is because there's no adult to get in the middle and to try to get the adult on their side. When we get in the middle of a fight, there's two children fighting, and we're the adult. And they get us in the middle. It's like they're getting the big guns against each other. They're getting cannons against each other. So you have to trust the way Hashem designed our children. They are designed to learn how to get along with each other on their own. Little by little, they fight, they have arguments, and little by little, they learn how to handle it. They become smarter, they become tougher, and we don't have to be hovering over them all of the time, making sure they don't hurt each other's bodies or feelings. Teach them right from wrong, and we have to be the models. Like if our child is disrespecting us and we get angry at them, we are teaching them that they should get upset when somebody disrespects them. And if we get angry at our child for disrespecting us, we're acting disrespectfully. Anger isn't, let me do it. I'm going to end with this because it's important and it doesn't take very long. I want a volunteer to come up here and play my child. It won't take long. I want a different volunteer. You're too sophisticated. I need somebody simpler. Don't be offended. Okay, you know what? I will take you. Come. Okay.
Can you add to that sentence that you said when you empower a child of how to respond to the hitting? When you say, "Oh, you're mad at me," and you're trying to teach a child how to de-escalate the hitting. Can you say at the end? Can the child say, "Next time you're mad at me, don't hit me"? So the child knows how to respond, not only to, "Oh, it's okay."
That you'll learn. Yeah, I can. Let's say you're my sibling and you hit me, and I ask you, "Are you mad at me?" And we did what we did before. I can tell you, next time if I do something wrong, just tell me. You don't have to hit me. Yeah, you can teach your child to say that. Teach them how to deal with their siblings, but it's not your job to make sure they don't violate the rules you teach them, because they will sometimes violate the rules. We violate rules. Imagine what would be like if every time we did something wrong. Is there anybody here who never does anything wrong? And then an authority is going to come down and punish us every time we do something wrong? We're going to be miserable. Our adult lives aren't like that. Why should our children's lives be like that? Every time they violate a rule, the adult comes along and punishes them. Okay, okay. Again, no, your story. No, your name. Sima. Okay. You're my daughter, and let's say you're going to tell me that you're going out to be with your friends tonight, But it's a school night, and the rule is that you can't go out during a school night. Let's say that's the rule in our family. Go ahead, Shima.
Tati, I'm going to pizza with my friends now. Good night.
It's a school night.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I told my friends I'm going. I have to go.
How can you tell them without asking me first?
Because you weren't home.
So you wait till I'm home, or you ask mommy.
Mommy was on the phone, and we already arranged it last week, and I have to go. It's my friend's birthday.
You know that the rule in this house is that you can't go out on a school night.
A million rules in this house.
We don't have a million rules. We have some rules that it's for your good.
Okay, so next time I won't go. Tonight I have to go because it's my friend's birthday.
You are not going tonight. You are not going tonight.
I hate you.
You're not going out even on the weekend.
You're going to ground me?
You said you hate me?
Yeah, it's my friend's birthday. My best friend's birthday.
You apologize to me.
No, you apologize to me. You told me
I'm the father, and you said you hate me. You apologize to me.
You're supposed to let me have fun. If you're my father, you would love me and you would let
No,
me.
I'm supposed to make sure you grow up well, and you can't go out on the school night because it's going to ruin your
my friend's
education.
birthday, and if you would be home, I would have asked you.
You called me or something. There's no reason, no excuse for what you did.
Every time I call you.
Okay, good job. Am I making you want to stop arguing with me?
No.
I'm making you want to stop disrespecting me. No, you wanted to say that you hate me. Are you happy that I'm your father?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to do it again, and this time I'm going to respond differently.
I'm going to Este's birthday party with pizza with my friends tonight.
How come you didn't ask me first?
We weren't home.
How come you didn't ask mommy?
She was on the phone, and then I went back, and she was busy putting the other kids to sleep, and every time I tried, she was busy, and we just needed to decide, so we just decided. It's always.
But are you hearing her in the back? Okay. But we have a rule in the family. We've done this with all of our children. You don't go out in the middle of the school week at night.
I don't care.
I know you really want to go. I'm also wondering why they made the party in the middle of the week. Why didn't they make it?
Really, really nice. They let the kids go out. Everybody.
So you think the other parents were nicer than mommy and I?
No, everybody else is going. Everybody in the class is going.
Yeah. I know that it seems like everybody's sending their children. It could be, but mommy and I want to be good parents, and we feel that it's bad for our children to go out in the middle of the week.
I don't care. I'm still going.
Mommy and I are going to have to think of what to do if you go out.
Okay. You could think about it. I'm still going.
I really wish I could let you go, but I'm going to have to think of what to do not to let you go. I'm really sorry.
I was telling you. I wasn't asking you.
Listen, your life is your responsibility, but if you go, you just have to realize that mommy and I will have to think about what we do about it.
I don't care what you do about it.
You really don't care?
No, I don't care. It's Este's birthday. I'm going. For sure, she's my best friend.
I know. I really wish I could let you go. Now, I have to decide as a parent whether it's legitimate to let her go. Now, sometimes it's legitimate. Sometimes we have a rule, but there's an instance where we break the rule. It's your best friend's birthday party. So I don't want to be an unreasonable parent. If I think that it's legitimate to go, I'll talk to mommy, we'll let you go. But let's say I do it the second way. Do you respect me more the second way?
Yeah.
Which way are you more likely to listen to me? The way Now there's no guarantee she's going to listen to me the second way, but she wants to go so much. But the first way, there's no way she's going to want to listen to me. Plus, she hates me now. The second way, did I make you hate me?
No, I mean, not more than a teenager.
Yeah, but the first way, you really hate me. The second way, I'm showing you respect. Even though I'm letting you know that I wish I could let you go, but I can't. You respect me more because I'm not acting like an idiot. Was I acting like an idiot the second time? We don't realize it, but when we get angry at our children, we are disrespecting them. It's not respectful to talk the way I spoke the second way. Plus, we look like idiots. So they disrespect us, they think we're stupid, and they hate us because we're so mean. We are the models for our children. the best way that our children learn from us is not from what we say, it's not from what we preach, but from the way we act. In the long run, our children grow up to be like us. Not what we preach to them, but the way we act. They come out like us. And especially, so if we disrespect them, they learn to disrespect also, and they'll disrespect their children. So we have to show them that even when they disrespect us, we show them respect. We talk to them nicely. If instead of saying, no, you can't go, I'll say, I wish I could let you go, but I can't because we have this policy. And you talk to them nicely, they'll like you better, and they will be much less defiant towards you and much less disrespectful towards you. Okay, thank you very much. I held you, way past 10 o'clock. I hope that you'll find some of this useful. Thank you very much. And again, I apologize that I didn't answer everybody's questions, and I know that not everything I said is so easy to accept, and you don't have to accept it if you don't want to. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, without the mic. Oh, okay.
I just want to say thank you so much, Izzy Kalman. Thank you for taking the time and sharing this amazing
Okay.
And stay tuned for the next official OTMC breakfast, and look out for many ways to get involved.